News out of Astoria, the BB Avenue station has been renamed Dutch Kills. Bad news for BB, worse for the Dutch. And a Greek restaurant and a coffee shop were targeted in a string of burglaries. No news as to why the man in the balaclava wanted Java and baklava. And City Councilman Costa Constantinides is expected to give his annual State of the District address next week. My guess for the state? New York. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen, because we got all that and more on today's episode of Good Morning Astoria. Things looking absolutely beautiful on the banana can this morning. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm your host, Kevin Bauer, and this is Good Morning Astoria, the only morning show about Astoria, Queens that I'm personally aware of. Top story for you this morning is a real whopper. The Burger King on Astoria Boulevard helped police thwart a bunch of toilet thieves who have been doing a string of robberies in fast food restaurants in the area. Apparently the thieves went unconfronted for months, but that checks out to me. If I saw somebody walking into a bathroom with an empty bag and walking back out with a full one, I don't think I'd stop them either. The stolen toilet parts in question were flushing mechanisms valued at $250 each. I've heard of Flushing Queens, but this is Astoria. Guys, the Kinship Coffee on Steinway Street has a brand new floor. Check this bad boy out. This thing was installed between Christmas and New Year's this year, so it's about a month old, probably about a month old. Next time you're in the area, stop on by, grab a couple Joe, and grab a couple Joes, and most importantly, see what that floor looks like. In other coffee shop news, Moa Coffee, this one's on 30th Avenue, they're celebrating about 3 months in business, so next time you're around that neighborhood, stop on by, grab a couple Joe, see what that floor looks like. Well, the annual Astoria Put Your Christmas Tree Through the Wood Chipper event went off without a hitch. The Parks Department has since issued a full apology for the missing hitch and all of the wood chipper-related devastation its absence caused. If you're one of the hundreds of people in this country who love sports, you're in for a treat. It's time for the Sports Report with our own Dan King. Dan, good to see you. How are those Mets doing?
Well, the Mets are doing great.
Yeah? Because there was actually a trick question, Dan. It is winter and baseball is not the season.
Doesn't mean they're not having a great time, Kev. Check out their Twitters. So, first up, we have Brandon Nimmo here, Mets player, who apparently last Thursday was at his sister's wedding.
Oh my gosh, congrats.
Yeah, had a fun time, it looks like.
Yeah.
Congrats to him and his sister and their wedding. We have another player for the Mets. We have here Jacob DeGrom. Looks like he was at Universal Studios Orlando a couple days ago.
Oh, that place is fun.
Yeah, sure. I've never been, but lots of rides, I'm sure, and movies. Last player that I was able to find some info on looks like Noah Syndergaard was having a great showing a couple days ago. Got a report from one of my friends that he was at a showing for the new M. Night Shyamalan movie, Glass.
Oh, that looks great.
Yeah, it looks like a fun time, so.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely probably check that one out.
I'd go to that for sure. Let me know if you want to see that sometime.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, just to wrap this whole thing up, Kev, in my opinion, it looks like they're going undefeated.
All right, you know what? Kind of unconventional, but I think I'm with you on this one, Dan. Home run reporting today.
Slam dunk.
Well, the Greater Astoria Historical Society has moved to a new location, so stop on by, grab a couple Joe, and see what that floor looks like. Here's some news for you. A couple of thieves tried to steal an e-bike from outside of the Bel Air Diner. Thankfully, they were unsuccessful, and here's some footage of one of the suspects fleeing the scene. It seems like that e-bike might have had a little bit of cyber security on it, because while the thieves were able to cut through the lock, they weren't able to hack into the main frame. The Broadway NW stop is now open to the public and even more open to the elements. Well, the Giving Tree Yoga Studio is looking for a new space, having vacated their longtime location sometime around the first of the year. They're actively fielding submissions from people on places to move to, so if you have any ideas, please reach on out to them. Obviously, a few qualifications, they need a new location to meet, but overall, they're flexible. And in Steinway news, this is new, right? This is new? I saw it for the first time the other day. I don't know if it's been there and I haven't seen it, or if they just put it up. I don't remember seeing a crew working on it. It's pretty high up, so I might have just missed it. I think it's a police camera or something like that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's new. In business news, we asked a man in a suit how much he makes every year, and he said $1 million. Probably messing with us, because that is way too much money. Let's take it back on over to the Good Morning Story Banana Cam, see how those guys are doing. Dude, what? Those are the same bananas? That sucks. Those are the same bananas. Those are the same exact bananas? Yeah. Those things went bad so fast. Let's do a side by side. This is the beginning of the show. This is how they looked in the beginning of the show versus now. That is awful. I wanted bananas for the week. I bought these yesterday and they're already this bad. I just feel bad wasting them. You can't even make bread with those. Here's the take for you. Bananas. They go bad too quickly. I know they say to keep them in the bag, but I'm not going to keep them in the bag because the bag is gross. I'm putting up the mask of the anchor thing. I'm really mad about this. I think we weren't going to do this episode. I think it's time. We're gonna take you now to a new segment we're doing. We're moving this over into a serious show. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Good Morning Astoria, asking tough questions, getting tough answers. Let's go. Let's go. I caved. For all of us here at Good Morning Astoria, that's the show. Thank you for tuning in, and we hope you have a real nice day.